Hey guys, welcome to Behind the Hype, the site where I do everything I can to help you go behind the hype of internet marketing and understand really cool stuff. Now, one of the cool things about having your own blog, video channel, whatever, is that you get to say whatever the hell you really want to say whenever you want to say it. So that's kind of what this is. This is going to be like my video blog where I come up with just like if I have thoughts throughout the day that I think will benefit your life, but I'm not going to pitch you on this stuff. This is common sense stuff. Now, granted, some people will sell products on this stuff. But it's really common sense stuff, and as it comes up, I want to make sure I share it. So today what we were talking about, I was chatting with my wife, and we were talking about the mindset and where certain people get stuck, and kind of how life would have been a lot easier when we were going through the struggle if we had paid a little more attention to where our inner focus was. There was a lot of time personally that I would spend in the past thinking about the bad things that happen or expecting the next shoe to drop. In fact, one of my little things that I don't like to tell people is that I never really wanted to build anything. Even though I had these goals and dreams, I didn't want to build anything because I thought, I've had so much shit taken away now. Like, what happens if it all goes away? What happens if this society that we're living in? What happens if the Matrix is true? Like, what happens if this shit or that shit? And there just is no future that I should be building for. Regardless of that, I still had kids. But this was just kind of the mindset that I had growing up. And some of the things that were built into my brain were about limited mindset and not really seeing a gigantic, bright future in front of you. And that's one of the biggest pitfalls I find with people in the marketing scene when they're trying to get going and they're trying to figure out what their business is there's no belief, and the self-talk is atrocious. You have people in your life that are going to doubt, that are not going to agree that you could sit at home in a Sonic shirt on a Friday mid-afternoon and make videos for your YouTube channel and manage to get paid for that. There's just going to be people that don't believe that what you're doing is possible, and they're not going to be positive about it. Some of them are going to be mad at you for it. They're going to resent you. There's just these types of people in life. So your job is really going to need to be focusing on what you say to yourself. Now, having big, grandiose dreams are awesome, and writing goals are really super cool. But the thing that's going to transition you faster is your ability to just believe in your future, and that as you take steps, that future will continue to grow and build and form itself based on the actions that you take. Now, in order to do that, you're going to need to read some cool stuff. I mean, let me just grab my little handy dandy phone here and I'll scroll down. Audible.com is one of my favorite things ever, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but certainly going to try. So we've got here, I hope you can see that. Looks like it. I'm just looking down at, I got to practice these are the audiobooks that I got coming in. I'm probably done scrolling now. But these are just the ones that I've listened to in the last 6 months, and I've got them all on you can play them at one and a half times the speed. And if you've got the phone, just grab one of these handy dandy little speakers and you can play it in the background while you're trying to work. Because I know, like if you're out there, you're trying to get your business going, you've got a full-time job, you've got all this stuff, yeah, you're driving to work and you have that time that you can listen to it, but that's usually a high anxiety time, a high stress time, which is cool, and you want to listen to that stuff because it'll put you in a better mood for the day. But as you're working, sometimes headphones can be a little bit too much for people, things like that. So just get all of that tied up and go, because you talk to anyone and they'll tell you this, and yet everyone absolutely hates it when you mention it in a product. It's like, yeah, I've heard about the mindset stuff. The funnels, the gimmicks, the methods, the tricks to making money online are all their success is all based on your belief of it. Because if you don't have a solid belief in the fact that you're going to make this happen, you will end up doing a little bit of something, failing, and then petering off. And then you'll go through this cycle repetitively. And that's what the people in your life absolutely dislike, is that cycle of up and down, like, oh, what do you have now? Whereas if you believe and you continue to build on that belief each and every day, people around you are going to see it, and it's just going to be, it's who you are now, right? It's not what you want, the dreams you're going to chase. It's who you've actually become, and all of that comes from the things that you actually listen to and you put into your mind. And it's funny the impact that you make. The example I'll give you is, I was noticing that the kids were being a little bit pain in the ass there towards the end of break. So what we were doing is, what happens by the end of break is everybody was a little bit scattered, right? It's like, okay, just everybody chillax. It's the end of break. Let's just relax. We've been running around. It's been Christmas. It's been chaos. But they were turning a little like, just, if you're a parent, you know exactly what I mean. But it was all based on everything that was going on around. So I noticed I had just been lazing around, chilling around. So what we needed to do was I needed to refocus my mind. So I started listening to books again, getting back to the gym, getting back into the swing of it, and then started talking to the boys like they were boys and spending more time with them and creating things. As we're doing homework, I really focus on when I'm watching them write, because part of what they're doing is writing right now and working on their penmanship. And we've gone through some pretty big battles about the spelling. And you, not the spelling is actually really good, but the penmanship. So we've gone through, and now they're dialed right in where it's like, I got to get the eraser because I won't do anything and I won't let anyone else see something that I haven't put my best effort into. Now, is it perfect? Absolutely not. But they're moving through things now, again, with the mindset of, yeah, right, I want to make people feel good in life. I want to give my best. I want to put my best foot forward. That's their self-talk that's developing, and that all started with my own self-talk. And what I've noticed is my interactions with other people, the random shit that happens to me. Big thing happened yesterday, not something I'm going to talk about yet, but something just big, just out of the blue, happened for me yesterday. And it's all because I turned the switch back on of personal power and seeing the vision and seeing the future. It doesn't help that I set crazy goals for myself, so I'm stuck on full this year, but just the things that start coming into play as you start taking the actions, but you take those actions with a foundation of, yeah, everything's going to be okay. It's going to work out in the end. I know sometimes when you're in the shit, it's like, I don't know. I don't believe that I'm going to get out of this. Don't worry about that. You will. Okay? Everyone tells you that. All the successful books, they say the same damn thing. You'll get there. But you have to be willing to go through the crap. And the only way that you can go through the crap and get to the other side, which is, look, let's be honest. Most of the people watching this video that are here because they want to succeed are going to fail. And the ones that don't are the ones that can get through that phase. Where people are laughing, people are doubting, you're doubting yourself. You don't know if this is going to work. You just wanted an extra income. Do you really want a business? Blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to fight all these things. And the people that can cut through that because they have a positive base, a solid foundation inside their brain that they're laying moving forward, that they know no matter what, they're going to succeed. They don't blame products. One of the biggest things, I'll just say that, one of the biggest things for product creators, people that buy products in the beginning is, well, the product creator didn't give me this. Look, I'm a product creator. With the amount of people that buy your products, you cannot consider absolutely every single little question that goes on. You do your absolute best. You talk to people. You get them to try it. You see what their questions are, get feedback, then you take it to market, right? You do those things, but you're not going to get everybody. And what the people that have a solid foundation and belief that they're going somewhere, they just Google shit and YouTube it. I've been doing it the last couple of days, I think, for little video edit things that I've been trying to figure out. Google and YouTube, man. Nobody's going to hand this shit to you, but you're sitting in front of an internet that will provide you almost everything you need to know for free. The reason you pay for the packaging is because it's all done in a neat format that gives you a really good structure and layout. But if you don't have a base that believes you're going to move on, you're going to have a very, very tough time moving forward in the future. And how do I know that? I know that because that's exactly where I was when I started out. I had I had to overcome a lot mentally, man. Like I was a victim. I just absolutely everything. The whole world was against me. Blah, blah, blah. Poor me bullshit. I was that guy. So I get it. Like I know that this stuff is true that I'm telling you. And the more of it that I do, the better my life will get. But I didn't want to make this all about me. So I guess the moral of this story is just set that foundation right. Just make sure that it's ready to go. There may or may not be some book links down below to the ones that I use. The moral of the story is just that I want you to understand, since the whole goal of this site is to help you move forward in your business, I just want you to understand that in order to do that, you have to have a solid foundation moving forward. And it's probably the most important thing that you'll do. If there's a free conference, just go. You don't have to expect much. And that's the other thing. As you're in this phase where you're building up, don't expect everything that you do is going to be a billion-dollar idea. Understand that every piece of information you take in can either be used now or at something down the road that you can recall out of your memory. There's just so many ways and advantages to gain from seeing life this way. So get out there and start doing these things. If there's a local meetup, I know there is in my area because I've spoken at it a few times. If there's a local meetup, go there. Say hi to these people. It's so different when you're not feeling alone. When you feel like you have people there that are going through the struggle. And a lot of people will be like, join the Facebook group, it's really powerful. And people are like, oh, Facebook groups are lame. They're not lame. I've been able to get so much free, awesome content out of Facebook groups. I just had to be active and engaged and do a little bit more than, about me. If someone shares a success, I go and let them know that that's great. Good for them. And I celebrate it with them. And I've noticed a change in my life doing that. It's about an entirely different way of seeing life. So if you're still struggling, I'm going to ask you to understand and see that what you're doing and who you are right now is why you are where you are. The second you stop, the second you change that, that's when life will begin to move forward. And I don't care what the secret says about what you want. That shit's not going to show up exactly the same. You might want a black Mercedes and you may end up with a black loaded Malibu. Like, you'll get stuff, you'll get nicer shit, and eventually you'll be able to get what you want, but it'll come in phases, it'll come in stages, but the quicker you make that shift, the quicker you actually open up to that. So I'm going to encourage you to get out there and read stuff. This is an important part of moving forward in business, and if you talk to anyone, they'll tell you mindset is key, because what you believe is what you're actually going to achieve. I can't believe I just said that, but I did. So anyways, that's my rambling for the day. I hope this helps people out. I'll put a comment box below. If you think I'm just full of shit, absolutely cool. Let me know of that as well. If not, just, let me know your thoughts, because I'm only here to try and help you move forward in your business. And a lot of that has to do with the foundation that you lay even before you get to work. You may get sold on push buttons and get rich quick, or you may be sold on stuff and people sell you, go figure. But if you have a firm base and an understanding of who you are and where you're going, you're going to find that you're going to get the opportunities that show up at the right time. So you're going to have to trust me until you get on that one. But let me know what you guys think, and there will be more videos, because this will be a rambling place where I can give you random thoughts about really cool, deep shit.